I gotta get that. I need my glasses. Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday. It's Tuesday. Really? Are you people sure? Hey, Kitty, how are you? It's Tuesday. It's pre-hump day. Just testing you people. How are you tonight, Kitty? Good to have you with us. How was your Tuesday? I'm too on time for everybody tonight. Well, I'm more 8 than ish. That's the problem. So what's happening in Illinois tonight? How are things in Illinois? Happy Tuesday, Kristen. Good to have you here. No, no one does, and it's been a really long day. I do admit that. No, it's thank God for my peanut gallery. They corrected me. Maybe that's what's confusing everybody. I marked it very cold. We're supposed to get that at the end of the week. We're supposed to get hurricane snow on Friday, I guess. Is the way it's been described to me. I don't know how true that is or what'll really happen. I think it's just going to be some wet snowflakes in the air. But yes, today was the day I was forced to turn on heat. Yes, I got a message from one of my stores, Kitty. You'll appreciate that. One of my locations asked if they could, if the heat wasn't programmed, if they could turn it up to 62. If they could turn it up to 62. I'm bad, but I'm not as bad as 62. But none of our winter thermostats, I use programmable thermostats everywhere, so all we have to do is switch it from what mode it's on. But all of them were programmed for when we were shut down during the winter. So since we didn't reopen till June, none of the heat sides were programmed. They were all programmed for 50 when we were closed. So I had to go through and reprogram them as best as I could remember. And we'll see. If people complain it's cold, I will adjust. Maybe. There's no guarantee of that. Huh? Yes, if they move faster, they don't need it. If they move faster, they'll be fine. I think I'm confusing everybody today where I labeled this as Wednesday. So nobody's clicking on the video. So I got Kitty. It's the Kitty and Kristen private show tonight. Whatever they want. It's their show. Well, what are we grateful for this? Michelle is watching with us tonight. Hey, Michelle. Good to hear from you. Good to see you. I hope you are doing well. I'll share a grateful story today. So I'll share a grateful story. I was in one of my locations today, and we had a new trainee there. And at the time I had come back, I had come into the store. I think I had just come back with change. So I was peripheral to everything. I wasn't really... I wasn't really there. I was in one of those moments where they didn't really notice I was there. Except for I noticed that they were all just sitting around talking at the register. And I'm just like, that just... we weren't busy at that particular moment. Hey, Adele and Dazzle. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Great to have you here. Well, I'm glad you got to listen in, Michelle Renda, tonight. I got to catch up with you and see how, and just catch up with you on things and see how things are going. Um, but so I'm seeing them all up there and hearing them, and they're just, I'm like, what the heck? Teaching our new trainee, and they're just sitting around chit-chatting and everything else. And the other two, the two non-trainees, the trainors, I guess, we're talking to the trainee about all the things they love about their job, about how they love our customers, and how they get to build relationships with them, and how they get to know the same people. And they were all, the one was like, oh, I was just so excited to see Ruthie was just in, and I was just so excited to see her, and I knew I could count on her being here today to bring a spark to my day. And we have these customers. We don't have mean customers, and that all our people are really great overall, and why they like doing their jobs. So what looked like complete and total idle chit-chat, okay, and be like, if you were watching it on camera, you'd be like, what the heck are they doing just standing around? I mean, I know there wasn't a lot of customers in the store at the time. There was very few at that particular moment in the morning, but there's stuff to do. There's stuff to do. Can't they see all the racks and totes and things that need to get done? But they were sitting there talking to the trainee about what they love about their job. And that was really great to just catch a piece of. So I am grateful for that. That is my grateful for today. Tell me about your day and what you're grateful for. How's Adele and Dazzle tonight? Happy Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday. Hey, Lisa, it is pre-hump day. I'll have to send you the cartoon I sent Karen today. Canadians appreciate it more than I had this cartoon that somebody sent me, and it was a bunch of runners, and they're running and everything else, and the person on the side is holding a sign that says, like, run like Trump's behind you and Trudeau's right in front of you. See, my peanut gallery liked that. But, I'm not trying to be political. It was just funny. Just because I really got to give credit to Trudeau and the Canadian government for doing a lot of things right by the Canadian people and Canadian business as they've navigated through this. Hey, Kristen's hubby putting up grid wall. We can rent him out, Kristen, if he's going to put up grid wall. That's great. That is terrific. I love that. Love that. Time for some new grandbaby pics, Lisa. I don't feel like I've seen any in a while, but that could be Facebook hiding them on me. I love hearing that, Kristen, that your husband was able to help you get that done and get grid wall up. That can be a real pain in the neck getting up there, but it can come in extremely handy. So glad to hear that. Kitty, with the cold weather, that's got to be good for clothing sales. So while it's cold, that's got to be putting the green in the register. Because that is always good when that's happening. So that's great, people. That is great. I love it. Well, because I've got props. I told you we'd continue the shipping discussion tonight, and I have stuff to continue that tonight, like I promised. Even though my days are confused, and I'm dazed and confused today. Yes, I mean, building for others is important. I think Kirsty Roof's husband, George, is an expert at repairing tagging guns. We got to put all the handy husbands together. I am not one of them. I am good at hiring handy people. I'm not allowed to touch tools or do anything. Oh, your stock is low. Well, I'll ship you some, kitty. uh, blueberry scones. Homemade blueberry scones from one of your customers? I love that. I love that, Michelle. I had a blueberry muffin, a cream cheese blueberry muffin top yesterday from one of our local farms, which was great. Well, you gotta hustle in some stock then, kitty, to make hay right now. Well, let's get this party started. Let's get this party started, people. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start. And tonight, if you're following along in the book, we are on page 130. That would be great, Kristen. That would be great inspiration. Love to see it. Hey, Julie Jankowitz. Great to have you here. Great to have you here. We're on page 130 in the Good Morning, Good Night book. Good morning. Your presence is intoxicating. Boom. Drop the mic. Well, not really. I'll drop the mic and my peanut gallery and get mad at me. But it is great to have you all here. I promised to continue the shipping discussion. We were talking shipping last night. My overarching theme is don't lose dollars trying to save pennies. Don't lose dollars trying to save pennies. Okay, it's important to know your costs. It's important to know what you're spending. But don't lose dollars trying to picks coming in. Not my baby. Lisa's grandbaby. See, I say, tell a grandmother to send you a cake, Rita. Don't lose dollars trying to save pennies. Okay, that is my overarching theme on shipping. Okay, you have to track it, you have to measure it, you have to look at it over time. Okay, you can't look at an individual package. Okay, not in this business where your items can be really small, really light, really big, bigger and heavier. You have to look at it across your items and across over a period of time. So do not get bogged down in, we don't weigh every item, okay? We weigh items, we have all our weights in at a pound, or something that we know is going to be exceptionally heavy, like a dish set, where we'll weigh that in a little higher than a pound, okay? But all our weights are in there, and we're working off the law of averages, because I want to sell a lot of things, and know that I'll make some money shipping some, and might lose some money, but over a period of time, my goal is to average out. And my goal as a business, okay, for our company, is to be within 10% of what we actually spent on shipping, okay? When we're trending too much above that, okay, when we inch above that, I need to adjust my shipping rates. But over a period of time, and for what do I mean by a period of time? Great question. I mean that you want to be looking at it over a month, over a quarter, and over the year. So that's the periods that we look at it. I look at it on the month, the quarter, and the year. Okay? But even the month, I usually won't make a change on. Okay? Because I could end up with a couple of packages going to Hawaii or California or something from the East Coast, and that's going to cost some money, okay, especially if they wait a little bit, okay. I don't lose sleep over that, okay. I work on the law of averages, and it usually balances out over a year. I said last night, okay, that through September, we had spent about $100 more a month on shipping. But that's kind of deceiving, because when you look at when I looked at our expenses for that, it did not include all the shipping it did not include a deduction for what I actually have in inventory of shipping supplies. So if you figure that I've spent $900 more on shipping on the year, okay, than I collected, okay, which is still within my 10%, okay, more than well within it, okay, and keeping in mind that that 10% buffer is because these are this is found business. This is business that would not walk into your store to buy these items. So if it cost you a little bit more, I'm going to cover that tonight. That was asked last night, Michelle, and I'm going to answer that question tonight. Specifically, I'm going to give real dollar amounts. It's right here in my pile. My peanut gallery made me a list of stuff I said that I promised last night to make sure I had it for the show tonight. And you can ask any question you want, Michelle, anytime. Never be afraid to ask a question, okay, even if it's been asked. That's okay. I still love you. But I promised I would cover that tonight. So when I said that I spent through September $900 more on shipping on the year, okay, Kitty says, thank you, Cassandra. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? What I didn't include in that is that already included the expense for shipping materials, packaging materials, bubble wrap, and other things that were sitting in our warehouse. So I probably had $500 of that sitting on a shelf, okay, in packing materials that I hadn't used yet. So sometimes that number can be a little deceiving. You just have to keep that in mind as you're looking at it, and you have to keep things relative to you, okay, and to the amount you're shipping. For some of you, having $500 in shipping materials sitting on a shelf could be a year's worth of shipping supplies. For others of you, it might not even be a week, okay? So it's important to understand that side of it. So one of the questions last night that came up is, what do I actually use for shipping supplies? What kind of shipping supplies do I use? Kitty sent you out a big thank you for making a list for me. Actually, several people did, but yes. Yes, if it's not a list, it doesn't happen for me. Jennifer, you're on my list, by the way. Okay, so we have a lot of different shipping supplies, and I'm going to show you all the main ones we use. We have others, okay, because we sell a variety of things. We sell clothing, we sell home decor. You know, we're not shipping furniture. We don't ship furniture, but we do ship home decor smalls. Like I used the example of this pumpkin. We would ship this. Not this particular pumpkin. This belongs to my peanut gallery. This is not for sale. Well, if you've got enough money available, credit on your credit card, maybe it's for sale. Like if you bought her another trip to Disney World.
You gotta get at least $30 for it.
Okay, so if I got at least $100 for this could be yours. Okay, so we would ship something like that. We would ship this rooster behind me, either one of them. Okay, although it might make Nana sad. We would ship Frankenstein or Donald Duck. We'd ship it. Okay, this little pumpkin, we would ship it. You could find all things like this on our website, and we would ship all of it. Okay. Anything from a figurine to a shirt to any number of things. And that's really, actually, let me cover that before I cover shipping materials. One of the things I told you I would cover, because it really gets lost in this, okay? People think it's all about the designer stuff. Oh, I'm only going to load the designer stuff on my website. I'm only going to load the really good stuff on my website. You've got to keep in mind that your website drives traffic to your store. Okay, it drives in-store traffic and it drives online sales. So I have in front of me some of the things that sold yesterday online. An Avenue size 5X women's long sleeve shirt. An Oshkosh size 4T girls snow pants. A vintage cobalt blue juice reamer. It was cute. It was a little tiny blue thing. A children's place, size 5'6", boys' pajamas. A Massimo, size medium, Mrs. Long Sleeve shirt. A biscotti covered jar. And that was a good sized jar. You could hold a lot of biscotti if you like that. I would like it filled with cookies. A Jordache, size 10-12, girls' overalls. A Lane Bryant, size 4X, women's long sleeve shirt. Liverpool, size 4, Mrs. jeans. Chaps, size 2X, women's long sleeve sweater. Eddie Bauer, size 2T, boys' winter coat. Ivory Feathers Angel Tree Topper. You getting the idea? This is pretty basic stuff. A purple glass vase. What made you come to our website and want this purple glass vase? And that was a big vase. That was a big vase, and it was going to California. So it was a big vase. It was heavy. It probably weighed 5 pounds. Okay, going to California. Of course, from the East Coast. A Cat and Jack size 10-12 girls long sleeve dress. A Karen Scott size small Mrs. Fleece jacket. A Venus size 16 Mrs. jeans. New with tags, family pajamas, Nutcracker style. 2-piece shirt and pants. LL Bean size 10-12 boys winter coat. Nike size 10-12 boys hoodie. Croft & Barrow size 2X women's long sleeve sweater. Para 2 glass Nutcracker candlesticks. UGG Josette boots. Well, that's your first fancy thing there, right? The Uggs. Uggs Josetti boots. Josette? I'm Josetti. I don't know how you pronounce it. But 2 Campbell's soup mugs. A blue peacock covered ginger jar. So our one fancy-ish thing is, out of a peacock accent pillow. I mean, it had a big peacock on it. Beverly Hills Polo size large young men's vest. A small pierced candy bowl, Shelburne small bowl. I mean, this is all regular, just everyday stuff that we are shipping, okay? And that we're throwing up on our website, okay? All sorts of different price points, all sorts of just everyday stuff. The most fancy thing on that list was the UGG boots, okay? And that for most of you would be average, okay? For some of you ladies stores, it would be like, oh, so Uggy. Okay, you wouldn't consider that overly fancy. But the rest of it was just everyday stuff. Everything from Target brand to I had an LL Bean in there, right? That was in there. Just some everyday stuff. A lot of Kohl's brands in there. I mean, that's sort of our market in Leominster. You got to understand where my stores are. Okay, that is our market, our local market. And things, but I wanted to give you the idea of what is on our website. If you haven't been to our website at ECIstores.com, it's the part after Neil at ECIstores.com. ECIstores.com is what the website is. But it's that concept, okay, that we just have lots and lots of these items, okay, that our process is streamlined, okay, they're not glamour shots, but these items are selling. Okay, because I'm not spending any significant time. Again, my goal on clothing, my clothing goal, okay, is front and back pictures of 6 to 10 items a minute. Front and back pictures, so 2 pictures per item, 6 to 10 items a minute. Okay, is our goal in processing that. So then, how do we ship all this stuff? Okay, that was your next question. Okay, what are we shipping? Covered that. How are we shipping it? Okay, we have a variety of shipping material, and I have that here for you tonight. Ta-da! Dog and Pony Show. Okay, let's start with just simple clothing. This Tyvek envelope, okay, which we get from Uline, it is Uline order number, item number S-5619. S-5619 is the white. Okay, again, you can have fancier. Okay, this is from your best friend's consignment in Algonquin. It costs more, but it's pretty. This is functional. Okay, can actually hold a good amount. I can get a kid's snowsuit in there. I can get a lady's sweater. I can get all sorts of things. Basically, we use this Tyvek envelope anytime we're going to ship clothing and it's under a pound. So if it's under a pound, okay, and we can ship it U.S. mail, first class, so under a pound, we use this Tyvek envelope, which is from Uline, S-5619. The priority mail version is free, Kitty. You're right, and I have that. Did I bring that? I remember, I forgot it. You are correct. The envelope is free, Kitty, but postage starts at $8 for that. If it's under a pound, you can ship this. You can ship this in the U.S. mail for anywhere from $3 to $5. Okay, so it's important. This is managing your costs. Okay, when it goes over a pound and it's clothing, that's correct. We use it, and I apologize, that was the one envelope I forgot tonight. There is a USPS version of this Tyvek envelope. It actually has some bubble in it. Okay, and it is a flat rate padded envelope from the Priority Mail, and you can get that from the post office for free. You can order the supplies, and they'll ship it to you. Okay. In packs of, I think, 25, okay? And it's free, but it has to ship priority mail. And basically anything over a pound that you're shipping U.S. mail, you're shipping via priority mail. So if you can keep it under a pound, well, see, we changed it to just standard. We dropped off the priority so that it's our choice to ship it cheaper. Because first class will get there just as fast as priority most of the time, and we took it off. We took priority off there, and we just have it as standard shipping. Okay, and that gives us the choice to ship it the most economical way we can. Most things go either first class or priority mail, but it also, if somebody orders something really, really heavy, like maybe that biscotti jar or the vase to California that was really heavy, we might send that parcel, okay, to cut down on cost, because I think that was a really big package. Yes, it was. It needed a really big box, okay, for this purple vase that I mentioned down there, and so that one we shipped parcel, okay, and it's covered under our terms of service, so we just send that standard. We've changed everything on our website to just standard versus priority, or letting them choose their method of service. And that gives us the opportunity to bank some money versus shipping everything priority. So whenever we can ship something in one of these, we're usually making a couple of bucks a package, okay? Even with the cost of the envelope, which these envelopes I think cost us about 79 cents. The Tyvek envelopes, our cost for one of these is 79 cents. Yeah, it opens much wider than a normal envelope. Huh? Yeah. So, you get a lot in there. I can get a kid's snowsuit, an adult sweater. I can get multiple pieces of clothing in this. It really... And it's very strong. I mean, it looks like paper, but it is really, really strong. And the Tyvek material is really, really strong. And, we're usually, even with the cost of the envelope, every time we use one of these, we're making a few dollars on shipping, a couple dollars, which offsets when we're shipping something expensive to California. The next step up is so Kitty mentioned, like I said, if it's over a pound and can be in something soft like this, we'll ship it in a U.S. priority padded envelope, which is about $8 with the post office, and the envelope is free, which is great. But if it needs a bigger padded envelope, we have these, which are an Ecolite number 7 envelope, which are bubble on the inside, expand really, really well. I can get a winter coat in there. An adult winter coat will roll up in here just actually really nicely. Okay, and it holds a lot of clothing. I can fit a whole order of kids' clothing in this, of many items in this. And again, this is for something that's going priority, where you can ship it cheaper than a flat rate medium box. I know a lot of people gravitate to the flat rate boxes, but if I can ship it for cheaper than the flat rate box because it's not going as far, okay, and keep it going, you know, it is another way to keep your costs down, and these hold up well. I'll also use this if I'm shipping a small figurine sometimes, like if I were shipping Frankenstein, and he doesn't weigh a lot, but I need to offer him extra protection. I might put him inside a small box, inside this, for extra padding. Would be something that we would do to save on it. The other envelope that we use less often is a sealed air envelope. This padded envelope is a smaller one. It's a number 4 Jiffy padded envelope, number 4. But it does have a good amount of padding to it. The thing I don't like about this one is it actually weighs a lot. So it adds several ounces and throws things over a pound many times because of the weight of the envelope. But it does offer good protection in just a good everyday envelope. The next trick with the post office, I'm going to show you, you know, is a lot of you think I got here a medium flat rate box. If I were to ask you what box this is, most of you would tell me that I have a medium flat rate box out here. Is the Ecolite number 7 from Uline? You can get them from Uline. We get them from the other company that we buy from is we have a box company in New England called Springfield Box. They're out of, go guess it, Springfield, Massachusetts. Okay. And we buy our bubble wrap and some of our boxes directly from them. And they deliver on their own truck. And standard sizes. But it is a standard size, and you can get those from Uline as well. Yes, it looks like a regular priority box, but it's not. It is a regional box. Priority mail, and you usually can't get these at your post office, but you can order these online. These boxes, regional box A and B, okay, you can get from the U.S. Postal Service, okay. They're about the size of a priority mail medium box. Okay, but if they're going a shorter distance, so like from me to California, it's better to use a medium box. Okay. If I'm going from me to New York or me to Ohio, I can get away because the mileage is shorter. I can use these regional rate boxes, and the rates are cheaper. Usually, many times, they're about $4 or $5 cheaper. Okay, to use a regional rate box, if it'll fit in one of these, okay, and they have it regional rate, regional A and regional B boxes. You can order them right at USPS.com, and you'll save $4 or $5 off of a priority mail medium box, and they're just a tiny bit smaller. They're a tiny bit smaller, but if it's not going far, okay, it can really save you some money, and it's their box, so you're not paying for the box. So anytime you can save for the box, but you were going to use the box anyways, and this box will work, these boxes are great. Okay, they really come in handy. For that. And we use these on a regular basis. In our world, it's the Northeast Corridor, so if it's going within the Northeast Corridor, a priority box A, I can fit things, all sorts of things in there, and I'll save a lot of money off of a medium flat rate, or off of some of the other boxes. Again, once you get over the real key, again, as soon as you're over a pound, because that's when you want to be in these boxes. Kelly, no worries. I'm sorry to hear that you had a snow day in New Mexico. I'm just having a problem with this snow day in New Mexico thing. Although we're supposed to have a snow hurricane on Friday, so I don't get the world. It's 2020, people. It's 2020. If nothing else, blame it on that. My go-to for box for small figurines, decor, okay, is another great free box. This, if you're shipping over a pound, okay, and but less than you need for flat rate, these are 7x7x6 boxes from the U.S. Postal Service. Again, free. I think they come in packs of 25 if you order them online. They're free from the U.S. Postal Service. You can fit a lot in them. I can get Donald and Frankenstein, and I can get a pumpkin, and lots of other stuff in it too. Okay. Donald just fell apart.
Because he's made of Lego.
Donald's going to Lego repair. But this 8x8 box is like a I call it an 8x8, but it's a 7x7x6 box, okay, from the Postal Service, is like a go-to box if you ship any kind of figurines or any kind of smalls in decor. It is extremely handy. It's very durable. Things hold up great in it. And again, you're not paying for the box. I'm not paying them for the box. It's not a box, okay? But I am not paying for this box, so I'm not using one of my boxes. Okay? And that was a topic last night, and I want to cover that for a second, because somebody brought up last night on how they reuse Amazon boxes, or they reuse whatever boxes. And I'm all for the recycling aspect of that, okay? But again, my overarching theme here is don't lose dollars trying to save pennies. And what does that mean with using an Amazon box or some other box? Okay, it means not getting the best postal rate. It means not getting your decor items to fit in it properly, or trying 3 boxes till you find the one that works, versus going to having your boxes in your shipping area. Be like Starbucks, having your area all set up with all your boxes, boom, 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 so you can just go and drop it all in. We have our area set up with all of these boxes. We use one, we put another one together, okay? So that if we're unsure if it's going to fit in this box, is this rooster going to fit in this box or that box, they're right there and we can just drop it right in, okay? And we can see, and then as soon as we use that box, we pop another one together. Because we're only using a few different size boxes, we always have these ready to go. With it. So next, again, relying on the Postal Service for their freebies, okay, a little known box, okay, is this box from the Postal Service, okay, and everybody's going to look at it and say, hey, Neil, that's a Priority Mail large mailing box, okay. It is, but it isn't, people. It is, but it isn't, okay? It is a Priority Mail large box. It is not a flat rate box. But it is a terrific box because it is 12 by 12 by 8, which is a great size, okay, for a lot of larger items. Think that rooster might fit in that. It doesn't ship flat rate, okay, but it ships at a competitive rate and it's a sized box that you did not have to buy. Okay, you did not have to buy this 12 by 12 by 8 box. Okay, and flat rate is 18 bucks, but you might be able to ship this for 10, depending on where it's going. So, you know, it is a great box because of its universal size. It's a very handy size. Again, it's priority mail large, but not a large flat rate box. Oh, where are you going to, Kristen? Where are we shipping you to? And do you have cookies? But this box is a very handy box, okay, to use because of its size. Who remembers going to a department store at the holidays and buying a shirt as a gift? And what would you get with that shirt when you bought a shirt as a gift in a department store at the holidays? What would you get? My peanut gallery says a shirt box. They aren't even old enough to remember shirt boxes.
I've seen them before.
She saw them on the internet. Yes, you would get a shirt box. Okay. Well, that's actually one of the most common, a free box. Yes, Kitty. Well, this box is actually called a Shirt A box. Okay. A Shirt A box. Okay. And you can fit a lot of clothes in this. You can fit other things. Its size, its dimensions are actually, hang on a second, I wrote it on the size, is 17 by 11 by 6. We started getting this box from our supplier, okay, because we wanted that flat size Amazon box that comes so often, because that box ships so well, it fits, it holds a lot of stuff, okay, there's a lot of stuff that it can hold in this box, okay, and it's a good size, and like having it ready versus waiting to see if we have a used Amazon box to use. Again, I love the recycling aspect of that, but the reality is it becomes inefficient once you're shipping any volume, okay? To sort through used boxes to find the right one to ship in, it becomes an inefficient use of your time, and you're walking over, losing dollars trying to save pennies when you do that. And that shirt box, okay, is a great saver. We can fit a ton of stuff in that, both decor and clothing. It's a good shipping size, so it's not considered oversized, and it ships well. Well, I never wrap my gifts, Kelly. I am not like that. They didn't let me, when I worked Christmas, okay, keep in mind, you know, I grew up working the pharmacy Christmas Day, okay, that's what I did Christmas Day, and my father's staff would have all the Whitman samplers pre-wrapped for me so that when people came in to buy stuff on Christmas Day, like they didn't know Christmas was coming, and they were on their way someplace, and they didn't know they were going to be headed someplace, and they needed a gift, and they would stop in and buy a Whitman sampler. And my father's, the ladies that worked for my father would have stacks of boxes all of Whitman's chocolates all wrapped for me so I could just sell them in the pharmacy. I would be selling that, film, and batteries would be what I would be selling all day long back in the olden days on Christmas Day. But that's what I would be doing. But those are the key package sizes that we use and have readily available at our shipping counter. Again, our shipping counter is like Starbucks. Everything within reach, because customers do not bend, they do not reach, okay? If you have to bend reach to ship, it takes time, and time is dollars trying to save pennies. All right, Kristen's going to wrap all my gifts this year. Thanks, Kristen. I appreciate that. So that's what we use. It comes in really, really handy. Those are our main boxes. We have a couple other sizes. We have a 12 by 12 by 12 and a 12 by 12 by 16 for bigger home decor items. Are a couple of our other sizes that we have, but predominantly these are the sizes that we use most often. And we do that to keep everything simple, to have these ready to go. And especially in the bigger sizes of boxes, we can just drop things into them when we have something. No, I'm talking like Christmas Eve. She wants me to send my gifts a month in advance. Why would anybody shop more than a month in advance, Kristen? I'm a guy. Although I have bought gifts for this holiday season already. I'm very impressed with myself.
Everybody can make changes. Pivot.
That was a pivot for 2020, as I've bought gifts in advance. That is one of my pivots for 2020, people. It's never a panic. It's never a panic. It's a well-planned, well-orchestrated shopping trip on Christmas Eve. There's nothing wrong with this, people. Okay, so then, to follow down my list here, because I know I'm about to lose your attention span, because we're about to hit the hour mark here, is your last question was, what does Neil charge for shipping? And keep in mind, Neil's based on Neil's volume of shipping. It is optimistic to buy gifts early. You worked at Penny's and worked the customer service counter and shipping department and had to wrap gifts? So yeah, I loved when I used to be able to go to stores and they would wrap everything. Loved that. Those are the good old days. Okay, so what do I charge for shipping? We charge by weight, and I told you everything's a pound in our system. Most everything in our system's a pound. So we charge by weight with an item surcharge. And I did not pull up our item surcharge. Either 50 cents or $1. I think it's $1. Well, whatever it is. It's either 50 cents or $1 an item plus so much per pound. So 0 to 2 pounds we charge $6.99 plus the per item charge. 2 pounds to 4 pounds we charge $7.99. 5 pounds to 7 pounds, we charge $8.99. 8 pounds to 10 pounds, we charge $9.99. 11 to 15 pounds, we charge $14.99. And 16 to 99 pounds, we charge $19.99. Plus, again, that per item charge of, it's either 50 cents or $1. And honestly, for some reason, I think it's $1, but I don't remember. It's a per item charge. And that is what we currently charge. Now, this is adjusted periodically. Like I said, we look at it monthly and quarterly. I don't lose sleep over that one order like that purple vase today that went to California. Okay, I can guarantee you we spent more on shipping than we charged them. Probably double what we spent versus what we charged on shipping on that one item. But on all these white envelopes, we made a couple of bucks. All the things we shipped in these white envelopes, we made $1 or $2 an order, or more sometimes. Oh, that's right, Kitty. You were at Montgomery Ward. That's where Cassandra's first job was, and my first credit card. At age 12, 13. But that's another story. that's a story for another day. And Kelly wrapped gifts at Hallmark. And, I had people wrap gifts for me at my father's store to make me look good. Everybody thought I was so good when I came back. They would bring that Whitman sampler to the counter, and I would go out back, and here's your wrapped Whitman sampler.
You even have they're all hidden out back?
Well, yeah, it's the illusion of providing a service. You don't want them to think that the ladies did everything for me. Okay. It's my pleasure. But my tiers are based on the volume that I'm doing. So, it offsets with the various things that we're doing. So again, yours should adjust. Again, our goal ultimately is to be within 10%. Don't be afraid. The only person afraid of changing your rates, Michelle, is you. But you need to do the math. Get out the pink calculator and do the math. Okay? Preferably not when you're drinking your wine. Okay? And you really need to know what you've spent on shipping during a period of time. Okay? Including any shipping materials. And what you charge for shipping in that same period of time. So if you're tracking it in your point of sale system, you should be able to see all your shipping, or in Shopify, you should be able to see all your shipping charges and see what you've collected. Now you go into whatever you're using for shipping, and you see what you spent during that same period of time. Okay? And if you're within 10%, you're fine. Okay? You're ultimately fine. That's the business goal. The ultimate business goal with shipping rates is to not be giving the house away, even though you will have orders that you lose money on. Okay? It's okay to do that, but shipping is not free. Okay? The post office will not take your packages and deliver them for free. I have tried. I've even had the whole conversation, but they say shipping is free. Well, the people at the post office do not work for free. Okay? Regardless of what you hear in the news about the misfunctions of the post office, it's a bunch of gobbledygook. It's malarkey. Malarkey, they call it. But the post office has some of the hardest working people around. And they deserve a fair wage and good benefits for the job that they're doing. Okay? It's still pretty freaking amazing, okay, even after all these years, okay, and even in today's world, that I can drop an envelope. I can drop this white envelope in the mail here, and in a couple of days, it ends out all the way across the country. Okay, all the way across the country. That's pretty freaking amazing. Okay, with just a label on there, it gets to where it's supposed to go. Every day. Okay? Come rain, snow, sleet, freezing rain, or barking dog, it gets delivered. Okay? Every day. That's pretty amazing. Okay? You got good people, Michelle, where you are. You got a good postman. You got a good wine man. You got margarita ladies that you go out for margaritas with. You got good people where you are. Rose, that is correct. I haven't used the Shopify shipping service. We use Stamps.com right now is the software we use. But honestly, it doesn't matter. I'm not as sold. You can get on here. Everybody loves their own software, okay? And we go a long way back with Stamps. With Stamps.com, you can now ship with UPS and the U.S. Postal Service. It auto switches for you based on the package and which one has the best rate. So these are, there are lots and lots of options. ShipStation. You can use the Shopify service. There's lots of ways to do it. So, I have not used the Shopify one. We use that. I mean, there are people that use the eBay or PayPal shipping service. We've just done well using the other. So, I think they're all fairly comparable, but again, the more volume you do, it's just got to be easy, whatever you do. And my way isn't right for everybody, but ultimately, you have to do the math. So that's why, I hesitate to give rates for what I charge, okay, because my rates is science. And at the end of the fourth quarter, I could change that again, okay? If our shipping for the fourth quarter or shipping for the year changed dramatically one way or another, okay, I could change our rates. It is a constant in flux. Not on the day, not on today, because we shipped a package to California that cost us $20 that we collected 10 on. But because of the science and the math. So, know your math. Know your math. Okay? Know what shipping is costing you. Okay? Don't get lost on that. That's the real important lesson here. And be charging enough and have the flexibility. So, like Kitty has most people default, she mentioned defaulting to priority. Ours now just says standard. And that way we have the option of shipping it whichever way we want. If it's over a pound, it's probably going to ship priority. Okay? Except for like that package that went to California today that was really heavy. So that shipped it parcel. Okay? But that was within our service agreement. Whereas, a lot of clothing we'll ship first class and save the money on. So, having those options available to you is huge. I'm with the free boxes, but if you can reduce your cost, okay, if you can have your cost a little lower, okay, so that you're actually making $1 a package or something, it is worth having a collection of boxes like I gave in the example. We use plenty of priority mail boxes, don't get me wrong. And our postal carrier, our regular postal carrier, Pam is great. And like even today, all our packages weren't ready. None of our packages were ready when she came this morning. And she came back later on her day, out of her way, and came back to us, which is great. And we do reuse boxes on occasion, but overall, we use that because you do spend time, okay, and that's losing dollars trying to save pennies if you're shipping enough stuff. So think about that tonight. We can continue to cover this and talk more about it, but I want you guys to be prepared for a great holiday shipping season, and that is why I wanted to cover that. Ladies and gentlemen, this video and everything we talk about here goes over to narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon. Everything, all the resources, all the files, everything that I talk about, and this video with a link directly to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell so that you can follow and be alerted whenever a new video drops. I'm here. You can also share that out with everybody. Those links are there for everybody. We want to help every butcher, baker, candlestick maker get to the other side. We want to help everybody get to the other side. That's what we're here for. I am here live in the Narts private Facebook group at more 8 than ish every night. More 8 than ish Eastern every night. Hey, Yvonne, how are you? I didn't even realize you were here tonight. Great to have you here. More 8 than ish every night. If you have a question in between, you just email me at Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is where we start it. If you were not here at the beginning of the program tonight we are on page 130 our good morning. Good morning. Your very presence is intoxicating. Our good night tonight is good night. Your very absence is sobering. There you go, people. I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. You shipping yourself everywhere so we can party together, and we will party again. I promise you that. And when we can, I will be there. I will be. I will be back here tomorrow night at more 8 than ish. But until then, know that you and most especially you, yes, you're not alone running this store. I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great night. It's time for dessert.